Hello and welcome to the Daily Forex Report for March 16th. Don't know where that came from. We are looking at the U.S. Japanese yen pair first. You can see this pair fell off the map as soon as basically the new session hit. We have some covering going on, and due to that, we're just seeing the U.S. Japanese yen get pounded, down 317 pips from the open to the low already. And we're basically about to close the first hour of the session. Just remarkable the amount of drop this thing has had. Most likely we'll see it pull back. We had a strong drop here as well, if you recall. Did pull back to close pretty much at even. If we see that again, definitely look for the break of the low. You can see what happened the next day after the break of the low. So if this pulls back up, we definitely need to keep an eye on it. Obviously, it's in a downward move. We are looking for it, if it does retrace, to go up potentially as high as 81.55, possibly as low as 76.89. Look for some resistance around 79.75, and look for some support around 77.00. Obviously, we've dropped below this number. And we could see it even go lower. However, I do believe the majority of this move has been taken. Basically, this position was entered into the market. The fact that it's pulled back halfway, I would be surprised if we close below this low for this entire session. But who knows? This thing is definitely in play. So you definitely want to look for it to move lower. Now, looking at the Euro USD, this pair created an inside bar, did close down overall, moving sideways. Look for it to potentially go as high as 140.74, possibly as low as 137.89. Look for some resistance around 140.25, and look for some support around 138.50. Now, the pound US dollar pair, this pair also created an inside bar. It did close down for the session. We are looking for it to potentially go as high as 162.01, possibly as low as 158.70. Look for some resistance around 161.25, and look for some support around 159.75. Okay, now the U.S. Swiss. This pair continues to move lower, as we've talked about. Since it broke through previous support, it's going to move lower, and has moved very quick today. Looks like people are moving into the Swiss as a safe currency, and we're seeing it drop even lower. Look for it to potentially go as high on a reversal up to 0.9250, possibly as low as 0.8876. Look for some resistance around 0.9135, and look for some support around 0.8915. Okay, now as far as news analysis go, we have the Swiss releasing their national bank rate decision tomorrow at 4:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Consensus on that is that it's going to hold at 0.25%. We also are looking at a couple of things. Since we know that the U.S. Swiss is in a drop to the downside, as well as the U.S. Japanese yen pair, I want you to drop down to, say, the 15-minute, possibly even the 30-minute time frame, and look for potential opportunities to go short. Let me zoom out a little bit. Since we know that that this thing is moving lower, we have potential to take advantage of it. Essentially, all along the way, we have areas of support that have been formed. You can see this area of support right before we went into the quiet times of the market, and the next time it broke, that's pretty much when it dropped through the market, dropped off. It did pull back about 24 pips or so, but not past 30, and then you can see that it closed 102 pips down from this area of resistance or support that it previously had made. Similar situation here. If you look back, we had this very wild move there due to a news announcement, I do believe. And if you took that low and just waited for it to take out the low, you can see that you would have made about 50 pips on that. This one surged to the downside, pulled back, and didn't really break the low at that point. But if you just look at taking out the lows of the day, so far, you would have the previous day's low. You definitely would have made, over 150 pips over the past 3 days. So if you know it's in play, that's definitely something you can look at. And let's take a look at the U.S. Swiss from the beginning of the week on the 15-minute time frame. Here we go. Here again, taking out the lows, just taking out the lows, knowing that this pair is in play. Looks like it was taken out here. It did pull back about 28 pips, not really beyond 30. Closed at about 12 pips down. Okay, now taking out the previous session's low we have here. Did pull back about 20 pips. Closed about 66 pips down. And the next day, taking out its low, pulled back. Well, it looks like it almost hit 30 there. Came close. Closed down about 60 pips. So just taking out the lows, if that's all you did, when you know that a pair is in play, either to the downside or the upside, doesn't really matter. On a 15-minute time frame, you can definitely make some pips. I wouldn't use a stop loss too much over 30 pips to keep it pretty tight. You want it, if it's falling, you want it to fall. If it's going to reverse on you, you want to be out quick. Same thing with the upside. If you know something's moving to the upside strong, then you can potentially look for that to occur. Now, I haven't looked at the U.S. the Australian U.S. dollar. Let's take a look at it. Same scenario. Let's see if it holds true. This one, I believe, has been moving to the upside. Well, maybe not since the beginning of the week. Let's take a look at the day. It's been moving down as well, gaining in strength due to people getting out of their carry trade into the dollar. So since we know it's in play as well, you can do the exact same thing. And let's zoom out. Let's see how this fared over the past couple of sessions. Taking out the low. Let's take a look at Monday's. It didn't take out the low on Monday. Did take it out this session. Closed down about 136 pips. And during today's session, would have had a small loss of about 17 pips. It's already taken out the low of today, or of the previous session. During today, you'd be up about 40 pips. Well, I hope that helps. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.